Hey, if there's one thing you do this week, go check out Al Jazeera's Praying for Armageddon. I'm glad they put this out because most people don't understand how breach the separation of church and state is and has been, as this assault on the separation of church and state is ongoing. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but I want you to see and fully behold how jeopardized how jeopardized our country has been by the cultist thinking and the foolish ways of Christian nationalists, white Christian nationalists, evangelicals, etc. A couple of weeks back, I did a video on the Hagis, and how much they are the literal heretics of our times that no one talks about. And what I'm hoping to do, because the way I found this video was that I've started to do the research on the Hagis to try to track down at what point, and not just the point, it's who did it. Because you will see the Hagis theology take a shift towards Zionism. And you will see Christianity in America pick up this trend towards Christian Zionism. And I'm wondering how much the donation was. Maybe some of you out there know. I want to know how much the donation was that bought the Hagis to start pushing Zionism here in the U.S. Because Zionism, the same, sorry, I'm tired. The same way Christians were not as involved in politics as they are now. They didn't have that they weren't single issue voters or two issue voters, Currently, some of them think that it is their obligation as a Christian to forbid and to abolish the existence of health care for women when it comes to abortions. And they are now embracing the foolish, the ignorant, and the wholly stupid policy of turning women into walking coffins because they have been indoctrinated, brainwashed to believe that it is their obligation as a Christian to prevent people from unaliving children, all while wholeheartedly embracing the unaliving of Palestinian children, all while being okay with the unaliving of people of color. And if you think about it, you will trace all of this back to the internalized racism and the perpetuation of white supremacy through Christianity that gets whitewashed, for a lack of a better words, that has been whitewashed and reconfigured and disguised. Same way Zionism uses Judaism to confuse people as to what it is and to be afraid of pointing out how evil it is. White supremacists have done the same thing with Christianity, and they think they're Christians and they think they're repentant. That's why I have made videos on the fruitlessness or the pointlessness of repentance and asking God to forgive you when you are consistently refusing to attack and get rid of your actual sin, and instead you embrace this, I'll ask for forgiveness and I'll believe in what I cannot see. And the fact that I believe in what I cannot see forms the basis and the evidence of that which I cannot see, aka the God of evangelicals and white supremacists, white Christian nationalists, etc., and nationalists. And that's why I keep teaching about these things, because it all runs back to this more spicier issue, which is their obsession with Revelations, the end times, and Armageddon, and helping the world to fast forward into that, because they've been lied to. Okay, they've been lied to and taught multiple different kinds of versions of a theology that you can do your research on where it comes from, this pre-trib, post-trib, the fact that people believe in the rapture in and of itself. You can do your research on it, because I'm not here to argue with y'all on that nonsense. But what I will say is that it is causing chaos in our world. And it is the antithesis of what Christians should even be focused on. And it is causing the death and the dismemberment of innocent people. Because there's a group who believes they have the right to do it, and that their right to cause the unaliving and the dismemberment of another group of people is their right because they are the chosen ones. Meanwhile, we just look at the 40s and we see how unchosen they are by their own God. So it's either that God abandoned them and they're now chosen, or some groups are using an old covenant and an excuse to do a land grab and the ethnic cleansing of another people. But anyway, this y'all know me. I try to keep these short. Long story short, go watch this. This is just part one. I think you need to be careful when you watch this because it's extremely scary. And so if you're watching this, and you're a critical thinker, I think you might have nightmares after this. But anyway, go check this out. One last thing I forgot. I'm wearing, in order to make this video, those Lenovo earbuds that everybody's talking about. They go over the ear instead of in the ear. I own four different kinds of earbuds. And I have to say, from a mic, from an audio, from a listening perspective, these are the best ones. I've got J-Labs. I've got J5s. I've even used the iPods. I don't own a pair of Apple iPod. I think that much, whether they're the headphones or the earphones, they cost too much. But anyway, I'm throwing that in because I forgot to tell y'all about it. These are great. Go get a pair.